Hello, I'm DanielleStimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and Gemini, these are your tarot cards for February of 2023. I highly recommend checking out the readings for your sun, moon, and rising signs and any other major placements if you happen to know what they are. And if you'd like to learn more about live online Reiki certifications with me, visit learnreikiphiladelphia.com or check out the link in the description. And if you'd like to join me on YouTube for my 5 times weekly healing live stream, go ahead and check out my YouTube channel at Learn Reiki Philadelphia. So without any further ado, let's see what the cards have in store for you. Okay, Gemini, so this month there's a lot of decisions to be made. You're probably already feeling that. There's a lot of logic at play, and I feel like the tension really comes with matters of the mind and overthinking. But there's a remedy and a really beautiful spiritual message for you this month too. So let's dive in. We've got the focus of your month is the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is a burst of logic energy. This is a lot of logic and mental capacity. So you're going to be very in your head this month. And that's a good thing and a bad thing. Swords are always considered like the toughest suit. And what I mean by that is it's sort of like how horror movies that are slasher flicks are scary enough, but ones that are more psychological thrillers can be so much scarier. That's kind of the same idea here. It's like what's in our mind and all of the different what ifs that can really get us going. So positive and negative. There's some clarity coming in, but at the same time, it's just so much information. It's kind of like mental overwhelm can lead you into a little bit of a lot of stress and worry without any real reward. So let's look at how best to handle that. How are you coming in out of January? Lots of opportunities, kind of like, do I go left? Do I go right? Do I take this? Do I take that? How do I want to move forward in my life? Like big philosophical questions, kind of like red pill, blue pill type questions. Wands are very much about action. It's sort of like this picture would suggest there's many steps ahead that you can take. There's opportunities there, but you don't get to see everything down that path. What is the challenge? It's another 2 card, and 2s are definitely like questions. Which do I do? Where do I go? I'm not quite sure. The 2 of Coins or Pentacles, this one is more of a, yes, we're still making a decisions. Do I go this way or that? But this one kind of shows you living in almost like Schrodinger's existence. It's, if I haven't made a decision yet, it's both. And that's great to a point. You can only get so far without a decision being made. You can only kind of hold space for all of these different scenarios for so long before it's just mentally exhausting, physically exhausting, and also just not getting you anywhere. So this is, if you feel like you're on kind of a treadmill or treading water and you just feel exhausted, this is why you're holding all these opportunities. But also, in a sense, it feels like you're waiting for clarity. It's almost like okay, this is great. I could go either way, but I need to know how this is going to shape up first before I can make the decision. So that adds a lot of discomfort and stress. So how best to proceed? 9 of Swords. I know this looks scary. How best to proceed? 9 of Swords. This just shows a lot of mental stress. I learned how to read cards from someone from Alney. It's a neighborhood in Philly. And the way she used to describe this card was mental fuckery. There could not be a more clear-cut way to understand this card. This is really like, she looks terrified, but if you look underneath her, those are actually her sheets. She's in bed, she's dreaming. This is of her mind. Those swords aren't real. They're not coming to get her. But nobody has told her mind this. She is stressed, she is worried, she is fearful, she is contemplating all the worst possible scenarios. This is a card of, in the best way forward is to remember that a lot of the churning of the mind is just that. It's the churning of the mind. Your experience of this nebulous non-decision time and weighing options and waiting for opportunities to be much more clear and waiting for information to be parsed out and clarified, that's going to be a challenge in its own right. But remember, it's just the experience of it. It's not coming out to get you. This is just a short-term weight of stress. So how do you deal with that stress? Well, this is saying doing everything you can to remind yourself it is just stress, and you're imagining it as far worse than what it could be. But the last card in your reading is a position I like to call whispers from your guides. If your guides could send you a love note and some advice, what would it be? This is the Tarot of Dreams by Cyril Marchetti, and while it is very Rider-Waite like traditional tarot, there are some marked differences in this deck, and not least of which is the card I'm about to pull for that, and that is the Faith card. This is number 5 in the Major Arcana. Major Arcana are big spiritual opportunities. It's something you can choose to learn. It's the biggest heavy hitter in your reading so far this month. This would usually be the Hierophant, or in olden times it would be the Pope card, and it's like a religious leader, somebody to give you spiritual guidance. In this deck, it is the opposite. It's basically the card of shake off everybody else's religion's beliefs and structures that may not suit you. This is a card of being your own Hierophant or spiritual teacher, your own Pope. This is going to whatever faith you may have. As you can see, many of the major faiths in the world are represented here. And this mudra is to go within. This is someone who, yes, he is dressed like a monk, but he's not a monk of any one particular faith. It's really for you to go within and listen to your own faith, your own guidance, listening to yourself, checking in with yourself, rather than going to the mind and trying to intellect this through, which would really just lead you to that 9 of Swords, that like freaking out. This is to go into that spiritual place. It's almost like, okay, I can't make a decision yet. I'm waiting for different things to fall in alignment. Okay, but what can I do? Get away from your mind. It's not necessarily escapism. It's actually learning a new technique or skill, or deepening one you already have, to go to a spiritual practice, or to turn into yourself and say, what do I want? How do I feel? What are the ethics here for me? What are most important to me in my future? What things are important to me? And less about worrying about outside and the things you can't control, and more reflecting inward into what is important to me. Where do I trust myself? How can I build that relationship with myself and my understanding of spirituality and how the universe works that is unique to me based on my relationship with it, not someone else's relationship or preaching of it. So this being the Faith card, the Major Arcana card, this is your guides basically saying, go to whatever spiritual practices you have. If you don't have one, find one. It can be trying meditation, trying yoga, reading some philosophical books, Buddhist stuff, whatever, doing Reiki. Whatever seems to feel like a good match to you is the right answer. Journaling can be a really incredible process. Automatic writing can be an incredible process. But the best you can do is, rather than stress and worry your mind, which isn't going to help you, reflect inward on yourself. And this work will pay dividends in the future. This is a Major Arcana saying there's something that can come from this work that will mean far more than just the immediate comfort it might provide. This may become a better way for you to move forward, no matter which decisions get made, no matter what gets clarified or doesn't. This is a new, like, in a way, muscle that can carry you through all the different situations of life. So with that, Gemini, definitely check out the readings for your sun, moon, and rising signs if you happen to know them, and any other big placements for you. It'll shed a lot more light onto different topics and things that will come up through your month. Thank you for being here. If you want to be the first to know about your March cards, go ahead and subscribe and put your notifications on. And of course, if you want to learn more about me, visit learnreikiphiladelphia.com or check out my YouTube channel or my TikTok. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful February. All the best to you. And I hope to see you for March. Bye for now.